All of you, good morning. Welcome to botany class. How are you all? Hope all of you are taking safety precautions against COVID-19. Right, come to the point. In previous class, we have discussed biomolecules, introduction. Next, how can we analyze chemical composition of plant tissue, animal tissue, or earth crust? After that, amino acids, classification of amino acids, general formula of amino acids, different types of amino acids, essential and non-essential amino acids, okay, chemical structure of amino acids, that whole concept completed. After amino acids, the next topic is lipids. Lipids. The next topic is lipid. First, what is lipid? Lipid is a type of biomolecule. Complex state lipids break down into simple fatty acids and glycerols. An enzyme, lipase enzyme digests lipids. In presence of lipase enzyme, lipids break down into simple fatty acids and glycerols. Right? Lipids are water insoluble. They won't dissolve in water. They dissolve in ether, etc. And they could be simple fatty acids and simple lipids. First, we discuss about fatty acids. Fatty acids general formula CH3 or COH. Here R is variable group. R is variable group. Hence, R group could be methyl, ethyl, or highest number of CH2 groups. CH3 methyl, and CH5 means ethyl, etc. In fatty acids, minimum number of carbons, one carbon to 19 carbons. 19 carbons. General formula important. So fatty acids, general formula CH3 or COH. In fatty acids, carboxyl group attached with an variable group means NR. Variable group, it could be methyl or ethyl or highest number of CH2 groups. Some examples of fatty acids. Before going to examples of fatty acids, we must go through classification of fatty acids. Classification of fatty acids. Fatty acids broadly are of two kinds. Saturated fatty acids, unsaturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids means without double bond. Without double bond. between carbon and carbon. Unsaturated fatty acids means with double bond, with 1 to more double bonds. With 1 to more carbon-carbon double bonds. Carbon and carbon bonds, double bonds. Saturated fatty acids are without double bond. That means what? A fatty acid without double bond called saturated fatty acid. Next, a fatty acid with 1 or more double bonds are called unsaturated fatty acids. Now some examples of saturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acid, FA means fatty acid, short form. Some examples. Palmitic acid, here letter L is silent, not palmitic acid, palmitic acid. And the second one, stearic acid, and the third one, arachidonic acid, right? General formula of palmitic acid is CH3 CH2 taken 14 COOH. And stearic acid general formula CH3 CH2 taken 16 COOH. Whereas arachidonic acid general formula CH3 CH2 taken 18 COOH. Number of carbons in palmitic acid 16 carbons, include carboxyl carbon. Next, number of carbons in stearic acid 18 carbons, include carboxyl carbon. Okay, so look here how 16 carbons means. Here 14 carbons, 15 and 16. Next, 18 carbons. Out of 18, here 16 carbons, 17, 18. Similarly, in arachidonic acid, the total number of carbons are 20. Include carboxyl carbon. Out of 20, 18 carbons, 19 and 20. These three examples very important for NEET objective exam. Previously many times questions asked based on examples of saturated fatty acids. Even in coming daily test exams also we will give questions from this area, so all of you must focus on this area. Remember example names and their general formula, the total number of carbons. That is important. You must focus on this area. Okay. Next, unsaturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids. Some examples. Oleic acid, linoleic acid, linolenic acid, etc. These are some examples of unsaturated fatty acids. Oleic acid, linoleic acid and linoleic acid. These three examples not the NCERT extra information, right? That is about fatty acids. Okay. Next, glycerols. Glycerol. Glycerol also another type of simple lipids. Okay, like fatty acid, glycerol also another type of simple lipids. Glycerol general formula. General structure CH2 CH CH2 OH OH OH. This is the chemical structure of glycerol. Okay. Glycerol also called triglyceride. Triglyceride. What do you call? Triglyceride. Sorry, not triglyceride. Trihydroxy propane. Trihydroxypropane. Tri means 3. Hydroxy, 3 hydroxyl groups. Propane means 3 carbons. 1 carbon means methane. 2 carbons ethane. 3 carbons methane, or 3 carbons propane. 4 carbons butane. 5 carbons pentane, hexane, heptane, like that. So these topics are covered in chemistry. Okay. So glycerol also called trihydroxypropane. This is the chemical structure of glycerol, a type of simple lipids. Okay. Sometimes definitely they will ask questions based on chemical structure. When glycerols bind with fatty acids such as, suppose an example, R1COOH, R2COOH, R3COOH. It is glycerol, and here R group means R1, R2, R3 called fatty acids. Fatty acids combines to form triglycerides. How means CH2 CH2 O C double bond O R1. Next O C double bond O R2. Next O C double bond O R3. Here R1, R2 and R3 are called fatty acids. Okay. Plus 3 water molecules. 3 water molecules also liberated. That is called triglyceride. Triglyceride. Very simple concept. When glycerols combines with the fatty acid to form triglycerides. Here 3 water molecules are liberated. How? HOH, H2O, 1 water molecule. HOH, HOH. So first water molecule, second water molecule, third water molecule, total 3 water molecules liberated. Result is triglycerides. It is the end product of this reaction, chemical reaction. Glycerols again are of 3 kinds: monoglycerides, diglycerides and triglycerides. It is monoglyceride. Means when glycerol join with one fatty acid, that is called monoglycerides. Hope you understood. So look here, when glycerol combined with only one fatty acid, then it is called monoglycerides. Second point, when glycerol combined with two fatty acids called diglycerides. When glycerol combined with three fatty acids called triglycerides. That's all. Okay. So fatty acids are found to be esterified with glycerols. It is ester bond. Ester bond. Bond present between glycerol and fatty acid called ester bond. So fatty acids are found esterified with glycerols. That is about fatty acids and glycerols. Okay. Next concept, phospholipids. Phospholipids. That means what? Some lipids may combine with phosphate groups or phosphoric compounds. Such lipids are called phospholipids. Phospholipid best example lecithin. Best example lecithin. Very important. Lecithin is commonly present in cell membrane, nuclear membrane, vacuolar membrane, lysosome membrane, even neural tissue. Like neuron. Neuron means nerve cell. Phospholipids are quite common in cell membranes. All cell membranes, plant cell membrane, animal cell membrane, bacterial cell membrane, fungus cell membrane, etc. Nuclear membrane, vacuolar membrane means vacuole membrane, chloroplast, right? And lysosome membrane. Similarly, a special example for this neural tissue in animals. Neural tissue means nervous system, neuron, nerve cell. You know, you might have studied nerve cell neuron diagram, structure of neuron in zoology. Broadly, neuron has three parts: dendrites, cyton and axon. Axon is long and narrow tubular structure. Axon on the outer side covered with the myelin sheath, that is a type of fatty layer. Okay, that fatty layer also made up of phospholipids. One of the best examples, right? Phospholipids example lecithin. Lecithin present in all these areas. Now once we discuss lecithin chemical structure, that's important, right? You must focus on this area. Definitely we will ask questions from this area in coming daily test exams, right? Lecithin. Chemical structure CH2. All of you practice chemical structures once or twice or thrice on paper. CH2, CH, CH2, O, C double bond O, R1, O, C double bond O, R2, O, P double bond O, P means phosphorus, P double bond O, CH2, CH2, N, CH3, CH3, CH3. Okay. It is glycerol. Glycerol plus fatty acids. Glycerol plus fatty acids. Are you getting my point? Next, it is phosphoric acid. What do you call? Phosphoric acid. Next, it is called choline. 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 This is the structure of lecithin, a type of phospholipid. Draw first, write first glycerol structure. CH2, CH, CH2. Next, first fatty acid attached with first carbon, and second fatty acid attached with second carbon, and phosphoric acid attached with third carbon. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon. Next, choline. Choline, a chemical compound, it looks like tail shape. Choline attached with the phosphoric acid. The total chemical structure is known as lecithin. It is a type of phospholipid. You once remember cell, the unit of life lesson. Cell membrane, the structure of cell membrane. Two famous scientists, namely S.I. Singer and J. Nicholson. S.I. Singer and J. Nicholson, these two scientists together discovered fluid mosaic model of cell membrane. Okay. According to their rule, fluid mosaic model is made up of proteins, lipids, cholesterol, sugars, etc. Okay, proteins are of two kinds: integral proteins and peripheral proteins. Integral proteins also called intrinsic proteins, and peripheral proteins also called extrinsic proteins. And lipids are phospholipids. Bilipid layer is there na? Upper lipid layer, lower lipid layer, together called bilipid layer. Bilipid layer is basically made up of phospholipids. Now hope you understood what is the position of phospholipid in cell membrane, right? Okay. All of you practice once or twice lecithin chemical structure. It is NCERT concept, not beyond that. NCERT concept only. Got my point, right? Okay. Next, that is about phospholipid, right? Sometimes they prepare questions based on chemical structures also. So be active. Don't do neglect. Practice once or twice. This is about what is a lipid, what are fatty acids, classification of fatty acids like saturated fatty acids, unsaturated fatty acids with examples completed, and glycerol. What is glycerol? What is general formula of glycerol? What is another name of glycerol? That means trihydroxy propane. Okay, and the types of glycerols, monoglycerides, diglycerides, triglycerides. The whole topic was completed. Next, lipids. That means not lipids, uh, phospholipids. The topic also completed. Next, fatty acids broadly are of two kinds: fats and oils. Fats and oils. Okay, fats example: lecithin. Fats example: lecithin means phospholipid. Phospholipid. And oils example: gingerly oil. Gingerly oil. Based on their melting point, fatty acids are of two kinds: fats and oils. Fats example: phospholipid, lecithin. Oils example: gingerly oil. Gingerly oil has lower melting point, whereas fats has higher melting point. If you want, go and purchase any fat from the market, like Vanaspati, Dalda. It is somewhat semi-solid in nature. Okay. One more important point: when number of double bonds increase, the rate of melting point decrease. Double bond, melting point. Very important point. Listen carefully. Don't confuse. When number of double bonds increase in fats, the rate of melting point decrease. When the number of double bonds decrease, the rate of melting point increase. Reverse. Very simple logic. Understood now? Right? That is about fats and oils. Okay. NCERT concepts. Sometimes they may ask questions from oils and fats with examples. Right? It is about the total lipid topic was completed. Next concept: nitrogen bases. Nitrogen bases. All living organisms like plants, animals, microbes, bacteria, fungus, all living organisms are basically made up of several types of biomolecules. One of the important biomolecule is nucleic acids. Nucleic acids such as DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. Okay, understood now? Both DNA and RNA made up of nucleotides. Right? Nucleotides are of various kinds. Nucleotides also called nitrogen bases. Broadly, nitrogen bases are of 5 kinds. How many kinds? 5 kinds. The first one, adenine. Guanine, thymine, cytosine, and uracil. Nitrogen bases. Next to nucleosides. After that, nucleotides. Nitrogen bases broadly are of 5 kinds: adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine and uracil. Shortly called A. A for adenine, G for guanine, T for thymine, C for cytosine and U for uracil. Next, nucleoside means the combination of base and sugar. The combination of base and sugar. The combination of base plus sugar means ribose sugar. Called nucleosides. Nucleotide means the combination of nucleoside plus phosphate. Nucleoside plus phosphate is called nucleotide. Listen carefully. Try to understand this concept. It is very important for NEET object exam, similar board exam. You should not do neglect. Nucleoside means the combination of base in the sense nitrogen bases, all 5. Okay. The combination of base plus ribose sugar is called nucleoside. Nucleotide means the combination of nucleoside plus phosphate group is called nucleotide. Okay. Now some examples. Nucleoside example: adenosine, guanosine, thymidine, cytidine and uridine. Okay. When adenine bind with ribose sugar, because base example adenine. When adenine bind with ribose sugar, then it is called adenosine. Guanine plus sugar is called guanosine. Thymine plus sugar is called thymidine. Cytosine plus sugar is called cytidine. And uracil and ribose sugar called uridine. Next, nucleotides. Adenyllic acid, guanylic acid, thymidyllic acid, and cytidyllic acid, and uridylic acid. These are called nucleotides. You must observe differences between nucleoside and nucleotides. Nucleosides mostly ends with "ene", whereas nucleotides mostly ends with "lic". You can easily understand and easily identify which is nucleoside and which is nucleotide. Very easy. No need to tension. No need to feel tension. Don't confuse. Understood now? Once you repeat, listen carefully. Nitrogen bases are of 5 kinds. These are quite common in DNA and RNA. In DNA is made up of adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine, but uracil absent. Whereas RNA, it's made up of adenine, uracil, guanine and cytosine, but thymine is absent. Differences. We'll discuss difference between DNA and RNA step by step. Okay. Now first you must focus on what is nitrogen base, what is nucleoside and what is nucleotide. Difference important. Nitrogen bases are of 5 kinds: adenine, guanine, thymine, uracil. Nucleoside means the combination of nitrogen base and ribose sugar is called nucleosides. That's all. Clear. Nucleotide means the combination of nucleoside, that means base and ribose sugar plus phosphate is called nucleotides. Okay, observe difference between these three: adenine, adenosine, adenyllic acid. Adenine means base, adenosine, sine, in sound, in means nucleoside. Adenyllic acid, lic, suffix sound lic, it represent nucleotides. Clear? Right? Next, guanine, guanosine, guanylic acid. In means nucleoside, lic means nucleotide. That's all. Very easy. Thymine, thymidine and thymidyllic acid. Thymine, in means nucleoside. Thymidyllic, lic sound represent nucleotides. Next, cytosine, cytidine, cytidyllic acid. In means nucleoside, lic means nucleotide. Uracil, uridine, uridylic acid. In means nucleoside, lic means nucleotide. That's all. This is difference between nitrogen bases, nucleosides and nucleotides. Hope you understood. Okay. Next, see, nucleosides again are of 2 kinds: ribonucleosides, deoxyribonucleosides. Okay. These are all ribonucleosides. Ribonucleosides. If you get confusion, shall I repeat and again rewrite? Nucleosides broadly are of 2 kinds: ribonucleoside and deoxyribonucleoside. Ribonucleosides present in RNA, whereas deoxyribonucleosides present in DNA. Got my point? Okay. First, ribonucleosides. Adenosine, right? For your clear information, I am writing fully: adenine plus ribose sugar, that equals to adenosine. Now it is clear now. Next, guanine plus ribose sugar equals to guanosine. Guanosine. Okay. Next, cytosine plus ribose sugar equals to cytidine. Cytidine. Next, uracil plus ribose sugar equals to uridine. Uridine. Because in RNA, thymine absent. In the place of thymine, uracil takes place. For your information, adenine always pair with uracil in case of RNA, and guanine always pair with cytosine. A for adenine, U for uracil, G for guanine, C for cytosine. In case of RNA, adenine always pair with uracil with a double hydrogen bond, double hydrogen bond, and guanine always pair with cytosine with a triple hydrogen bond, triple bond. It is clear, right? But in case of DNA, adenine pair with thymine and guanine pair with cytosine. DNA, RNA. Other differences. In DNA, adenine pair with thymine and guanine pair with cytosine. The main difference is thymine and uracil. Okay, due to presence of uracil in RNA, it is inactive. That means structurally unstable and chemically more reactive. Due to presence of thymine in DNA, DNA is more stable, strong, more stable and structurally more stable and chemically less reactive. Hope you understood. Once repeat. Due to presence of uracil, RNA structurally unstable and chemically more reactive. Whereas due to presence of thymine in DNA, DNA is structurally more stable and chemically less reactive. Reverse. Okay. Right. Now come to the point. In case of deoxyribonucleic acid, deoxyribonucleoside means DNA, right? Adenine plus deoxyribose sugar, deoxyribose sugar, because it is the DNA na deoxyribo, deoxy extra point, that equals to deoxyadenosine. Deoxyadenosine. Next, guanine plus deoxyribose sugar, that equals to deoxyguanosine. Deoxyguanosine. Are you getting my point? Next, cytosine plus deoxyribose sugar, that equals to deoxycytidine. What do you call? Deoxycytidine. Similarly, thymine plus deoxyribose sugar, that equals to deoxythymidine. So these are the types of nucleosides. Protein nucleosides are of two kinds: ribonucleosides, deoxyribonucleosides. Ribonucleosides present in RNA. whereas deoxyribonucleosides present in DNA. Clarification. Okay. Adenosine, guanosine, cytidine, uridine. These are called ribonucleosides. Whereas deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxycytidine and deoxythymidine are called deoxyribonucleosides. Hope you understood. Right? Main difference, uridine and thymidine. In RNA, uracil present. But in case of DNA, thymine present. Okay, except these two, rest of the all same, no change. Like nucleosides, nucleotides also are of two kinds, ribonucleotides and deoxyribonucleotides. Okay. Ribonucleotides present in RNA, whereas deoxyribonucleotides present in DNA. First, ribonucleotides are of four kinds. First one, adenosine. Adenosine plus phosphate. Adenosine plus phosphate equals to adenylate acid. Adenylate acid. Right? Next, guanosine. Guanosine plus phosphate equals to guanylic acid. Guanylic acid. Lick sound. Just now I said that. Lick means ribonucleotides. Next, cytidine. Cytidine plus phosphate equals to cytidilic acid. Cytidilic acid. Lick sound. And uridine plus phosphate, that equals to uridilic acid. Uridilic acid. Understood now? Adenosine, guanosine, cytidine and uridine. Adenine different, adenosine different, guanine different, guanosine different, cytosine different, cytidine different, uracil different, uridine different. You don't confuse, because why I am repeating this many times means it is somewhat confusing concept. So while you are watching this video, watch the video with patience, with full of concentration. Otherwise, you may not understand this concept. Hope you understood, right? Next to deoxy means DNA, about DNA. Deoxy adenosine plus phosphate equals to deoxy adenylate acid. Deoxy adenylate acid. Clear? Right? Next, deoxyguanosine plus phosphate equals to deoxyguanilic acid. Deoxyguanilic acid. Understood now? Next, deoxycytidine plus phosphate, what equals to deoxycytidilic acid. Cytidilic acid. Clear? Next, deoxythymidine plus phosphate, what equals to deoxythymidilic acid. Deoxythymidilic acid. Hope you understood. These are the two different types of nucleotides. But you never confuse between nucleoside and nucleotide. Okay? Nucleoside means the combination of base and sugar, that's all. Nucleotide means the combination of nucleoside, that means the combination of base plus sugar plus phosphate, that equals to nucleotides. Okay, so nucleotides again are of two kinds. Ribonucleotides present in RNA, adenylate acid, guanilic acid, cytidilic acid, uridylic acid. Clear? And deoxyribonucleotides, it's present in only DNA. Deoxyadenylate acid, deoxyguanilic acid, deoxycytidilic acid, deoxythymidilic acid. Even its spelling important, pronunciation also important. That's why biomolecule chapter, it's very hard chapter. If you understand this concept, very easy. Otherwise, it is very difficult than physics and chemistry. That's why all of you watch this video with the peace of mind, with the concentration. Right? But this much deep information not given in NCERT, but it is there in our material. Okay, sometimes a question paper setter may ask one or two questions from this area. That's why I explain this topic in detail, clearly, for your understands. Now go through chemical structures of adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine and uracil. Because chemical structures already given in NCERT. That also important for NEET object exam. Right? First one, adenine. Adenine and guanine are called purines. Whereas thymine, cytosine and uracil are called pyrimidines. Adenine and guanine are called purines. Thymine, cytosine and uracil are called pyrimidines. Purines having heterocyclic rings. Whereas pyrimidines has only benzene ring. That means hexagonal ring. Hexagonal ring. Only one type of ring. Only one type. One type of ring. Purines, pyrimidines. This is too important. Don't confuse. Now go through once the chemical structure of adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine and uracil. Step by step. First adenine. Chemical structure. Hexagonal ring. Pentagonal ring. Their positions, carbon positions and nitrogen positions also important. Start from here. First position, second position, third position, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Clear? Next, the position of nitrogen. First position, third position, seventh position and ninth position. Right? Next, rest of the places carbon will be there. Carbon, 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 etc. Right? The area where nitrogen is present, start from there. For position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The position is important. At 6th carbon, one amino group attached with 6th carbon. Then bonding. This is the structure of adenine. There are two rings. One benzene ring means one hexagonal ring and one pentagonal ring. Total two different types of rings are there. That is called heterocyclic ring. You may heard the word homocyclic, heterocyclic. Homocyclic means only one type. Heterocyclic means two different types. Understood now? So one is hexagonal ring having 6 carbons, means 6 corners. Other one is pentagonal ring. Together called heterocyclic rings. Now go through their chemical name. 6 amino. 6 amino purine. Also called adenine. Adenine common name. 6 amino purine is chemical name. 6 means at 6th position, at 6th carbon, one amino group attached. One amino group attached with 6th carbon, then it is called 6 amino purine. Because adenine and guanine are called purines. Okay. Next. Guanine. Guanine. Almost same structure, but little difference. You must observe the difference between adenine and guanine. Numbering. Start from here. Don't confuse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Clear? Then first write nitrogen place. Position of nitrogen at first place and second place. Next, at 7th place and 9th place. Rest of the gaps filled with carbon only. Carbon, 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 carbon and carbon. Right? Got my point? Now, bonding. Double bonds. C double bond O and NH2. See, in guanine, one oxygen attached with sixth carbon and one amino group attached with second carbon. Based on this, we can write its chemical name. Very easy, right? 6 amino. Sorry, 6 oxy. 6 oxy, 2 amino. Purine. Also called guanine. That's all. 6 oxy, 2 amino, purine. Because adenine and guanine are called purines. Common name guanine. Sometimes how they ask questions in NEET object exam means, what is the position of nitrogen in purines? Purines. What is the position? 1, 3, 7 and 9. Then carbon position 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8. Based on this concept, sometimes they prepare questions in NEET object exam. In adenine or guanine, the position of nitrogen is 1, 3, 7, 8. 7 and 9. See, look here. 1, 3, 7 and 9. 1, 3, 7 and 9. Right? And the position of carbon 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8. So look here. 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8. Similarly, in guanine 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8. Sometimes they give directly chemical structures of adenine and guanine. They identify. Suppose they give this structure as it is in exam. Option A, guanine. Option B, adenine. Option C, cytosine. Option D, uracil. Which is correct answer? Option B, adenine. So these types of questions frequently asking in object exam. Hope you understood. Right? That is about purines. You must remember chemical name and common name. Chemical name and common name. And the position of nitrogens and carbons. Don't confuse. Right? Based on structure only we can write chemical names. Chemical names. Very easy. Right? Sometimes they give 6 amino purine instead of adenine. Sometimes 6 oxy 2 amino purine instead of guanine. Then you must in a position to identify 6 oxy 2 amino purine means guanine. 6 amino purine means adenine. That's all. Hope you understood. Next, pyrimidines. Pyrimidines. The first structure, thymine. positions start from here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 and a number of first write nitrogen place first position and third position. Then you can write carbon, that means carbon position, carbon 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 carbon, very easy. Okay, there are two double bonds between 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. One methyl group CH3, one methyl group added to fifth carbon, double bond O, double bond O. How can you practice chemical structures of pyrimidines or purines? Means very simple concept. First draw skeleton, hexagonal shape, then give numbering. Start from here, anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Clear? Next step, write first nitrogen positions, first position and third position. Then you can write carbon position 2 4 5 and 6. Next step, bonding. There are double bond between 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Next step, write extra elements. One methyl group attached with fifth carbon and two oxygens attached with second carbon and fourth carbon. That is the structure of thymine. Thymine. Now you can write chemical name 5-methyl or 2,4 dioxy, 2,4 dioxy 5-methyl, 5-methyl pyrimidine, pyrimidine. That is the chemical name of thymine, because pyrimidine include thymine, cytosine and uracil, right? 2,4 dioxy, di means two oxygen molecules, 5-methyl pyrimidine. That's all. Next to another example, uracil. One more point, thymine also called 5-methyl uracil, 5-methyl uracil. Very very important. I put star mark also, because thymine also called 5-methyl uracil. The structure of thymine and uracil nearly same except methyl group. Hence thymine also called 5-methyl uracil. Now we will discuss uracil chemical structure. Are you getting my point? Draw first skeleton. What is next step? Numbering in anti-clockwise direction, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now what is third step? Bonding. Between 1 and 2, one double bond. Between 5 and 6, another double bond. Okay. Next to write nitrogen position, nitrogen at first position and third position. Then write carbon position, carbon, 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 carbon. Then write extra elements, C double bond O, C double bond O. In uracil, methyl absent, methyl absent. Rest of the structure of the uracil nearly, not exactly, nearly similar to thymine. That is the reason thymine also called 5-methyl uracil. Hope you understood. You got my point. Next, now write chemical name 2,4 dioxypyrimidine. 2,4 dioxy, 2 oxygen molecules, dioxypyrimidine, pyrimidine. That's all. The last one, cytosine. Cytosine, chemical structure, same concept. Draw first skeleton. Right? Next write numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then you can write positions of nitrogen. First position, third position. Okay. Next carbon position. Carbon, 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 carbon. Then bonding. Cytosine has only one double bond between 5 and 6th carbon. 5th and 6th positions. Only one double bond is there. Then NH2 double bond O. This is the structure of cytosine. Now you can write chemical name of cytosine 2-oxy 4-amino pyrimidine. That's all. 2-oxy, one oxygen group attached with the second carbon. 4-amino pyrimidine. Hence, thymine, uracil and cytosine are called pyrimidines. Pyrimidine. From this here, one important question is, what is the another name of thymine? Answer, 5-methyl uracil. Sometimes they prepare questions based on directly chemical structures. They give chemical structure and they will ask the chemical names. Chemical names are common names: thymine, uracil and cytosine. Then you are able to identify which is correct option and which is correct answer. But this much detailed structures not given in NCERT. It is an extra information, additional matter from our material. Right? Now, the total topics, that means purines. What are the types of purines? Pyrimidines. What are the types of pyrimidines? Adenine, chemical structure, chemical name. Guanine, chemical structure and chemical name. Thymine, cytosine, uracil, their chemical structures and chemical names. The whole topic was completed. Hope you understood. Watch this video with full of concentration. Don't divert your brain. Very important. It's a very hard topic also. Okay. It is about nitrogen bases. What is nucleoside? What is nucleotide? Types of nucleosides and the types of nucleotides. Okay. Their combination, chemical structures, chemical names, their position, the whole topic was completed. All of you, hope you understood. Today stop here. Rest of the part, let me continue next video. My suggestion, revise today concepts today ones without time deviation and negligence. First watch video thoroughly. The same topic immediately read in NCERT followed by material. Then go through assignment. You must read strictly assignment questions whatever sent by me or any other faculty. Okay, right? That is benefit for daily test exam. Who have doubts? Ask me doubts. Don't feel shy. With free of mind, ask me and clarify. That is your responsibility. Thank you very much. Bye. See you.